So they were like, "Oh, you're cool. We'll hang out with you." So I hung out with the metalheads, which introduced me to metal in an era where it was just as important as hip hop. You know?
Can you
So
elaborate
the
on what you
'80s.
mean?
This is the '80s, so we're talking about Metallica, Guns N' Roses, AC/DC, Iron Maiden, like all these metal bands that like defined an era. You know what I'm saying? And like, so I was hanging out with all these kids that was into that shit, but they appreciated hip hop because they were outcasts.
Okay.
So they could relate to the whole like outcast society. You know what I mean? Like that's what makes hip hop culturally so cool. Is it's fucking it's a fucking culture for outcasts.
Right.
Right. You know, for fucking derelicts or whatever you want to fucking call them. You know what I mean? And like metal is pretty much the same thing, same as punk rock. It's all like, you know what I mean? Anti-establishment, fucking fuck Big Brother, like, you know, fuck you, like I'll fucking do what I want to do type thing, you know? So these guys were mad cool. So I grew up in a city for a while where like metal was the shit. There wasn't anyone into rap music, you know? And then as time passed, a couple of years passed, I was up there. And then I made a couple friends. And it was funny because all of us were guys who grew up in Toronto, who through whatever happened, their families ended up in North Bay, Ontario. And all of us were guys that were into rap, who didn't know each other in Toronto, who became friends up north. And I had a rap group up north with myself and a bunch of other guys. But one of the other guys that was in the group was Ninth Uno, who's a rapper from Toronto. And he's still to this day one of my favorite rappers on the planet. And like I spent time up there, but that had such a huge influence on me. Like that was where I formed my first rap group. That was where I did my first demo. That was where I did my first shows. That was where, you know what I mean? We used to go to Sudbury and do shows with Project Wise all the time.
Yo! Fuck me. I like Project Wise a lot.
Now they're dead celebrity status, right?
Sort of. Now they've like rebranded into something else, I'm pretty sure, where like one.
No, it's called dead celebrity status.
No. I'm a big Dead Celeb fan. Don't even get me wrong.
Okay.
We Fall drops when I'm like getting into music. So I'm like, what the fuck? I bought that Dead Celebrity. I had like a physical of the Dead Celebrity project.
Yeah.
I copped the Project Wise Up. Are you jump like Room to Breathe and the fucking other one that came out literally are in songs that shaped
you don't even know,
my
like,
musical
that was the thing.
fucking interest for dude. That is, to me, that Project Wise album is one of the most perfect sounds ever created, and nobody agrees with me.
North of Toronto, at that time, there was only two rap groups. There was Project Wise.
You know Project Wise. Wow.
That was us. That was my dudes. Like, we went to each other's houses. Like, we came up doing rap together. We were only an hour apart from each other, right?
I used to memorize their albums, man. I was memorizing their albums in high school. Oh, that's cool as fuck, dude. I even like the fucking 2000 and something later on recent project they did that nobody really heard.
No, they're fucking both really fucking dope, man. They're both really fucking dope.
Bobby and Yas.
And yes, sir.
Fuck.
Yeah, man. So me leaving Toronto, I think was really good in the sense that like now I was doing hip hop. Not only was I doing hip hop, but I was the flag bearer for the culture in a different city.
Okay. That's fucking cool.
You know what I'm saying? Like if you talk to people in North Bay, they talk about it still. They're like, yo, like we made it okay. Like we took all the fighting, all the beatings, all the whatever, we did that, you know what I mean, to make it okay, you know? Now there's like a little tiny hip hop scene in North Bay. There's promoters there, fucking DJs and shit, you know? And like, so that was a big thing that happened. After that, I ended up in Montreal.
Okay. I'm still processing how cool it is that you know Project Rise, which to me is like as if you knew Metallica. I'm not lying. It is that cool to me that you know these guys. Like, they are in like a really high esteem in my opinion, and I really still to this day like know Room to Breathe by heart. I could probably karaoke that motherfucker.